Hi everybody and welcome to section number 5, Advanced User Interface with React Components. In the last section, we worked about the integration of React into Electron and we started creating our first components. In this section, we will finish our application with the integration of everything that we need into React. Now, let's dive right into our first video. The first video is about the filtering into the All Appointments component. So this will be something really interesting and a feature that we didn't have in our vanilla.js application. So let's dive right into the code editor. We were working here inside our list component, and we have done something really complicated, rendering our appointments with really little work. And that is the thing with React. React is quite difficult in the beginning to implement and integrate with the rest of your application, but once you have it set it up and you are ready to work, things that are really difficult in vanilla JavaScript can be done really easily. So that's the benefit. Now, what we want to do actually is inside of the appointments list, I want to insert a little form that will search appointments by name. So that is my goal. Now, to realize this goal, to achieve this, we need a new piece of state, which will be called filter, and it's an empty string for the moment. Now, the next thing that I want to do is to insert right here a new div, which I'm just going to copy paste so you guys don't get bored watching me type. Now, this div right here has an HR in the end. This div has a label, which is named filter, and then an input. And this input is a text, and it has the name filter, and it says, the placeholder says insert name, and the value is this.state.filter, exactly the string that we just inserted inside our state. And on change, we want to update our filter piece of state with the target value. So just update our state with what we have just written inside the input. Now, let's see this in action. Right here into list, we have this filter. If you can see, we can type here, and this is great. But things are not changing. Now, for things to change, we actually need to remove the comment from these two lines. So, what is the scope of these two lines? It says that if the appointment name includes the this.state.filter, then return the div. Otherwise, return null. So return nothing. And this is actually good because in the beginning, the state filter is going to be just an empty string. So all the appointments will include in their name an empty string. But if we start typing there, we will just view the appointments with the exact name that we want. So let's try things out. We are in list, we have the 1 and the 2. If I write 2, the 1 goes away. If I write 1, the 2 goes away. Now let's create another one. Submit. If we go into list, we have 3 pieces of 3 appointments. If I start writing person, as you can see, the other ones go away. So the filtering is working correctly, and we implemented a really powerful feature, which is the filtering one, with just kind of 4 or 5 lines of logic code. I mean, the HTML, it's not really that difficult, it's not logic. The only logic is the if and else here, and this part right here, the filter state. So this is pretty much it about this feature.